Oh, cosmic beings, welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. And so, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's really quick. I do want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. And thank you for your support on the channel as well. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations, they all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the collective meet the here. Okay. We've got Door to Romance. Ooh-wee. So, all right, I'm actually being guided to read this one. Okay, so there's new beginnings in love. Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in a relationship you're in, this door with the heart opens onto a new beginning in your experience. A new love may be arriving and you are being brought together by a strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential, so when this card appears, make sure you are projecting the kind of self loving energy you want to receive from others. Be aware that the universe returns your self caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you? Okay, so what I'm picking up right now is there's definitely either a new love or like an elevation of love if you're already in a relationship. And this is really, really a call to look at how you are loving yourself. Um, are you telling yourself kind things? Are you viewing yourself as lovable? Because if not, that's what you're projecting out. And so wanting this beautiful relationship that's mutually beneficial, that's reciprocal, that is very that's got that tenderness and that supportive energy. Are you giving yourself that type of energy so that you can experience that with another person? This is really that as within, so without type of energy. Um, yeah. So self-love, man. The temple path. Oh, an indecision. Okay. So what I'm picking up, okay. Right when I went into it, I heard to read this one. So there's a message in the guidebook for us. So this is about spiritual purpose and support. This represents your spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has in mind for this lifetime. This card is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of the soul's process. You are on your path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for personal growth and life lessons. So you've got a ton of support around you that are looking to assist you. You can call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful life expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways. In connecting with spirit, your higher self, and other beings will have a wonderful influence on that experience. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is there is an element of you committing to this path that is connected to this door to romance, this new love or this elevation of love. And so this is that energy of the more you become the authentic version of you, the more you can align with your highest potential in love as well. And this isn't just romantic connections. This is other connections as well. But the focus definitely is on a romantic connection. And so there is, for some of you, there's definitely an intertwined element here of this new love that is available to you and you committing to the spiritual path. Yeah. And then with the indecision card here, I feel like you're still kind of in this energy of kind of debating, and do I really want to do that? It's a little scary. It's unknown. Um is that really possible for me? And it's one of those things where the more you kind of stay in that headspace of should I, shouldn't I? Is this really possible? Is this just a fantasy? Um, the longer you are prolonging what is waiting for you. And so it's one of those, by continuing to commit to the spiritual path and really tap into that heart space, that's in showing yourself the self-love that you wish to experience with another person as well. That's really kind of the mm, that's the energy that you're being asked to get into, and to be decisive about it and just decide that, yes, I am committing to this path. Yes, I am open to a romance of a lifetime. It is available for me. It is possible for me. And so I'm going to choose this path fully and completely and commit to it, regardless of what that means for my physical reality. And it's that trust that when you commit to this path and truly continue to become the most authentic version of you, your reality will change in beautiful ways. It will change in magnificent ways that you weren't even aware of prior. It's one of those, by really committing to this path, you're opening yourself up to experiences that are just blissful and truly enjoyable, but it's really dependent on you making the decision. You have free will. So you can choose to walk this path and allow yourself to be open to this new level of love, whether it's a new person or whether you're already with this person. Or you can choose not to walk that path. And it's one of those, I feel like you already know what's waiting for you on that path. And then you can choose to stay in this indecision energy. That is also a choice. And the thing is when you're in this indecision energy, it's not allowing you to pull in this type of an experience because you're not fully committing to it. So you're sending out a signal to the universe that's like, I don't really know. Yes, I want this, but I'm not sure. I'm a little scared. I don't know if it's really for me. And then when you actually decide to commit to this path, this spiritual path and the higher self path, that's when this new beautiful romance can make its way to you. Okay. Okay, and we've got rest and rejuvenation. So, okay. So it's talking about relaxation and meditation. The message of this card is that it is time to relax. You may have been very busy lately, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking, so make it a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. So, this is really that energy of being, of just allowing yourself to be in the now moment and just be. Open yourself up to divine guidance and take those few minutes a day, or, if you've got an hour a day, whatever it is for you, and really allow yourself to tap into this energy where you can be open to that guidance and just give yourself some time to just be, where you're not doing all the time, and just allowing yourself to be a human being instead of a human doing. Um and it's that energy where this indecision will get easier and easier for you to shift out of, because by allowing yourself to be in the present moment and to just kind of be, that's where the guidance is, that's where the intuitive hits are, that's where your soul is, and that's where your soul is experiencing life, is in the now moment. It's the ego mind that goes into the future and into the past. It's the soul that is in the now moment. And so when you are in the now moment and you're allowing yourself to just be, that's when your soul can speak to you. That's when the divine guidance can come through. And that's when certain things that you've been attaching to will make themselves obvious, of, now it's time to let this go. Now it's time to commit to this path. Now it's time to do this thing. Now it's time to show yourself some self love so that you can attract the type of love in that you are wanting to experience, that your soul knows is there for you. It's just a matter of aligning with that vibration, aligning with that timeline where that is possible. Um, yeah, this is a beautiful energy. We've got woman holding a heart. Okay. So, if you are a masculine, there is a feminine that is aligning with you in your highest potential, in your authenticity. So, yeah, take that as it resonates. If you are a feminine, then I feel like you have an idea. You might have a certain person that's on your mind. Um, it's more, I feel like you have an idea of the energy that you want to experience with another person, and you are being called to really do some of that self-love like to yourself, basically. Um, and that will prime your energy to allow yourself to connect with your person. And that's for both. An example that came to mind when I was talking about this is, if you are wanting to experience a situation where your divine counter well, that's interesting. Okay, so maybe for some of you this is a divine counterpart, which makes sense because we've got the temple path here. And it's walking that temple path and aligning with your spirit and your higher self and things of that nature. That's the energy where divine counterparts come together. So take it if it resonates. If you want to experience something like having your person get you flowers, get yourself some flowers and enjoy those flowers, and feel how good it is to have those flowers. If you want a connection where your person is telling you words of affirmation, give those words of affirmation to yourself, like, oh, you're so beautiful today, you're so handsome today, you've got this, you can do anything you set your mind to, those kinds of things. Give yourself those words of affirmation, and that's just going to continue to push you into this energy where you are then going to be able to align with this person that you are desiring. And then we've got, okay, so we've got community and journey. So there's also something here with you aligning with your soul's path, basically, and really walking that path back to self. It's also going to help you to bring in This is like soul tribe energy. This is those really loving, beautiful connections and friendships and mentors and mentees and, all of that. So this is also tied to you committing to this path as well. And then we've got journey. And so this can be a new beginning in, this could be like a move. This can be traveling, something like that. And it's also about, to me, what's really coming through too is committing to the journey and understanding that it is a journey. It's the journey back to the self. It's a journey to the divine. It's a journey to experiencing a life that is beyond what beyond the limitations that you may have previously placed upon yourself. And removing those limitations and really committing to this journey and allowing yourself to experience all that life can be for you, which is beautiful. Then we've got the yin yang card. So this is the card of divine counterparts, high level soulmates, twin flames, whatever journey you're on. This is really saying that by you committing to this path and choosing to commit to this path and opening yourself up to whatever this path has in store for you, this is a part of that path. This counterpart energy where it's just it's balanced, it's harmonious, it's reciprocal. Of course we're humans, there's going to be disagreements, there's going to be things of that nature, seeing things from a different perspective than the other person, stuff like that. But this is the energy where the communication is on point, the resonance is on point. So when you have conflicting ideas on something or views on something, you can go to each other in a heart open way and express your perspective. And then that other person expresses their perspective. And then you come together with that information and decide what is in the best interest for both of you. In a very, it's just, it's kind of like an easy way. And it's because that resonance on the soul level is there so much with that other person that you're not clashing constantly and fighting all the time and disagreeing on everything. And when there are disagreements, you're able to come together and talk about it. You're able to say things, especially because of this Temple Path card, in the way that divine counterparts work. You're both on the spiritual path, you're both on the journey back to the self. And so, with that, you're able to have conversations of, is that actually coming from, your soul? Or is that, kind of an ego thing? And in kind of helping to check each other a little bit and keep each other in alignment. Having somebody to have your six no matter what. That type of an energy. This big, big energy. And is beautiful. Beautiful energy. We've got second chakra. So this is the sacral or sacral, however you want to say it. This is between the belly button and the base of the spine. It governs the reproductive system. The color is orange, and it also is the seat of creativity. It's where our creative expression flows through, and it is also sensuality. It's connected to sensuality. So this is the energy when you're talking counterparts, the counterpart will activate this energy like no other. And there will be it's that passion energy. And this is one of those things where if you've experienced situations where you get with somebody and then that passion dies out really quickly, this type of a counterpart energy, this is where it's like the passion never dies. That's what I just heard. It's one of those, you light each other up in a way that just continuously helps to activate this energy and bring forth your soul expression in the physical world in so many different ways. So this is really beautiful. And I feel like the biggest thing you're being asked to do right now is to just decide and just to commit to this. It can be scary because it's really requiring you to release everything that is no longer in alignment. And when you've been living from an unconscious state for a long time or from that ego mind for a long time, the amount of things that you are asked to let go of to get into alignment truly can be a lot. It can be this energy where you just keep releasing what's no longer in alignment, and then you're like, "Is there anything left?" But the beautiful thing is it's creating space for what is aligned. And so it brings me back to the metaphor of remodeling a kitchen. You don't put new counters and cabinets on top of old cabinetry or on top of the old counters. Normally, you remove the old cabinets and the old counters to put in the new ones. And so it's that energy of when we're kind of going through that demolition energy where releasing everything that's no longer in alignment, it can feel so disorienting, so destructive. And it's one of those things where when you really commit to this path, you'll start to get the insights and the awareness of what is coming for you. And so it's kind of having that vision of what the new cabinetry is going to look like, what the new countertops are going to look like. And so sometimes it's really difficult because we're still in the demo process. We're still releasing what no longer serves, but we have the vision of what is coming in. And sometimes we'll be asked to let go of things without that vision of what's coming in at first because it's that trust energy, that trust and surrender energy. And then you'll start to get the vision at some point of what is making its way to you after you've released the things that are no longer serving. And so you might still be in that demo process where, you're still busting down these cabinets and it's a mess and it's dusty and it does not look pretty, but know that the new counters and the new cabinets that are going to take the place of the old ones are going to be so much more in alignment, so much more your style, so much more visually appealing and functional and all of those things. So yeah, that's what is on the other side of you really truly committing and deciding to walk this path. It's the energy of releasing what no longer serves you so that you can have everything that you desire and then some. And then we've got door to spirit. And so yeah, this is really connecting with spirit. Okay, I'm being told to read a little bit of this. Wah, wah, wah. Spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. This door opens to the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. So you're being guided to a deeper understanding of your eternal your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. This card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of Spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of Spirit into the magic and power of your true identity. And when I was reading that, I also heard that this committing to this path and allowing yourself to connect with your counterpart, this is going to assist you in so many ways. When two counterparts come together, it's very activating. There's a very yeah, it will help you to unlock different parts of yourself and expand some of your gifts, open new gifts, turn some new gifts online, gifts and abilities, things like your clairs and different abilities. This is where yeah, okay. In some of these counterpart situations, depending on, your soul's evolution and then the evolution of the humans and the openness of the humans in this connection, this can unlock abilities that are seen as superhuman abilities. Things that, we're talking we're talking abilities that look like magic to other people. So take that if it resonates, and also it's something if you can think about that and just how good it feels to be, in alignment with yourself and in alignment with a counterpart that can help you to really tap into your, potential in a whole new way, if you focus on what all it is that is waiting for you, it's going to make making that decision that much easier, because it's one of those, you already know the path that you've been walking from the ego lens of the limiting beliefs and the restrictive energy. You already know where that leads. I also heard you already know how painful that is. And so now you're being gifted this opportunity to really commit to this path into yourself. And it's going to just be so beautiful and so fulfilling. And it's one of those, like, your person's, in a sense, waiting for you to align with them. And it's not really a passive thing. When we're talking about the counterpart journey, it's not recommended for one or both people to wait, and just sit there and wait. You're still going to be guided to, do things in life and experience life and have these other experiences and start businesses and tap into passions and things like that. But it's the energy of, there's that waiting for you two to come together to really tap into your full potential. This is about two holes coming in to make an even bigger hole. It's not really the energy of, like, this is, this is the part of me that's missing. When you're talking counterparts, this is really the energy of tapping into your most authentic self, healing what comes up for you to be healed, allowing yourself to be in the energy where you're receptive and open to this type of a connection. And then when you two come into union, that's when you both just expand in so many ways. So this is beauty, Miss Energy. Beautiful energy. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, I hope you decide to walk this path. What's waiting for you on the other side of this decision and truly committing to this path is beautiful. Um, the little glimpses I was getting it's amazing. It really, really is. So I hope you choose to walk the path. But of course, this is your choice, it's your life, it's your decision, and you get to make that choice. So, Spirit's just coming through to let you know that you have such wonderful, amazing experiences waiting for you. And all you're being asked to do is to choose that and to continue to get into alignment with yourself. And to, again, I'm being really drawn to this rest and rejuvenation card. So, this is really about stepping into the now moment at least a few minutes a day and just allowing yourself to really just be and consciously commit to this path so that you can open up to these wonderful experiences. It's what I was just kind of shown is, it's one of these things where if you've experienced life to be difficult and a struggle and conflict with other people, and it's just, can't get ahead for nothing. The energy of, like, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. If that's been your experience, just know that by committing to this path and allowing yourself to walk this journey, like, to, take this journey basically, by doing so, it's good. The scales are going to flip. And so then, instead of every single thing that you encounter being difficult and challenging, and relationships are filled with drama, and there's, just blah, it's gonna flip to where the majority of what you're experiencing is peaceful, it's happy, it's exciting, it's uplifting, it brings you joy. And then, of course, because we're humans and we're having a human experience, there's gonna be stuff. There's gonna be, you know, blah stuff that happens. But, if it was like 80-20, where 80% of the time it was just a struggle, you felt like you're beating your head against a wall in your everyday life, by choosing this path and doing what you're being asked to do as far as releasing limiting beliefs, letting go of things that are no longer aligned, and really choosing and committing to this path, then what you're going to experience is 80% of the time, you're just going to have great days and awesome experiences and unexpected opportunities. And you're going to meet a random, soulmate at the grocery store and you have a wonderful conversation. And by soulmate, I don't mean like you only have one soulmate. With the soulmate, it's meeting people that are from the same soul group, basically, that have a similar core soul frequency. And so with that, it's these, uplifting experiences and just joyful and peaceful and happy and abundant type of experiences. And then 20% is going to be the contrast, the challenges, the, unavoidable things that life brings that don't feel so good in the moment, but it's always for our expansion. And so it's going to be 20% of that. And think about how much easier life is just going to be and how much more fulfilling it's going to be. And then to also have your person that is there with you in the mud, helping support you, and you're helping to support them, and you're walking this together. That 20% isn't going to feel so intense when you've got other people around you to support you and help you from this perspective of walking the path back to the self and really being in alignment. It's a different experience. And you have the choice. I'm what I'm picking up right now is you have a powerful energy. You have a powerful soul frequency that is here to experience this. You're being called to this path because you have so much to offer. And I am picking up that you coming into union with your counterpart is also absolutely going to help shift the collective in major ways. Um, so just know that too. It's not just about you and this other person. It's also about what you're coming together to provide to the collective. And for some people, it's just simply showing that that type of a love in a union is possible. And then for some of you, you're going to be coming together to really do something. Maybe it's a podcast or creating stuff together that put out into the world. Whatever it is, we've all got our different callings. And so this is really about tapping into that true alignment and really tapping into that true soul potential. And you're just being asked to make that decision to commit to the path and then do what you are guided to do when it comes to that, in really stepping into the now moment, in giving yourself that time to just be. That's where that guidance comes in and says, okay, do this, okay, look at that, okay, there's a limiting belief for you to look at and do something with. That type of stuff. So this is powerful energy. This is really, really big. So I hope you choose to walk this path. I feel like the collective can really, really benefit from you committing to this path. So it's one of those, like, yes, it's for you and it's also for the collective. So no pressure. But the collective needs you. So like we're in some interesting times with the collective. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. Um, before I just keep rambling. So I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. You can also hit that like button. Both of those really do help out the channel, so thank you. And I love talking to you guys in the comments. So just know that. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.